I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, good evening, everyone. We'll call the meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. Okay, we'll move on to item number 3, which is public comment. Is there any public comment? Is there any public? Did your name and address for the record, please?
Jamie Brennan, 124 Bungay Road. I just have some concerns that came up and some questions that maybe someone board can answer when it gets to selectmen's comments regarding the tax abatements that I read about in articles that were granted at your June 7th meeting. I tried to do some research on it, and I assume that that's granted in association with the 2012 tax policy incentive that's listed on the website. And as I went through that, my question is there any penalty for leaving after the specified year? Like, say the biggest one is 7 years. If you leave on year 8, I see no penalty. And is there any mechanism in place to recover the money if people leave early, some type of mechanics lien or whatever? I was also talking to people, they said, $16 million worth of investment. What does investment mean? Is that taxable property that's getting written off? And, there's the article, I did some research, and then I went back to your minutes and just for your information when you come back. The agenda for last month, item 6, discussion and possible action regarding tax abatement application for 50 cog wheel and 33 progress. We go to the minutes, item 66, discussion and action regarding 50 cog wheel and 33 progress. But then we go down in there, it's 33 progress road, 63 silver mine, AKA 60 cog wheel, which I assume is just some kind of names correction or whatever, but it's very, but the question is on these tax abatements, and I know Mr. Gillespie's been in town for quite a while, and I'm not talking about him specifically, but given the history, I was looking through research for myself, I'm looking for overpayment. The July 2011 payments that were due were paid on a mill rate of 27.62. July 1st payments that will be due this year are at 36 mill rate. That's an increase of 30% over 5 years. That's a 6% per year. It's unsustainable. If we could somehow, get spending under control, and I would suggest, with no discretionary spending that isn't in this year's budget as a start, somehow incorporating the $500,000 that we saved in restructuring the bond back into the money, we wouldn't have to be going out and giving away free tax abatements to get companies to move in town if we could put together competitive rates. That's all I have. Maybe somebody can answer some of that.
Is there any other public comment? Mr. Conroy?
John Conroy, 14 William Lane.
Let's speak in the mic just so they can hear you on TV. Thanks.
Not very modernized since I haven't been down here in a while. John Conroy, 14 William Lane. I'm actually here for the Permanent Building Committee, as a member of that committee. But I just heard Mr. Brennan's comments, and I would like to comment on the tax incentive plan. As you may recall, a number of us worked on that committee a couple of years ago. We put forward, I think Al was on it as well, and some other members, Fred Stanek and others. It was to put forward a more comprehensive and updated economic development tax policy, because we have the SMART plan, the P-SMART plan, the state economic development corridor guidelines. We had a whole bunch of disparate plans, none of which were aligned, a lot of which were outdated. So we came up with one singular plan, brought it back to board selectmen, and unanimously approved. And if I recall correctly, I don't have it with me because I didn't know that was going to come up. If I recall correctly, there definitely are penalties if someone leaves before time period is up, whatever that time period is.
Yeah.
And I thought we had an extension of those penalties, even if they left within a year or two after. So if someone ran a 7-year abatement, I thought it went up to 10 years, but that's obviously something you could check. But that, we looked at what other towns do, and that's a pretty common feature in these plans. You want to protect the town, and the way you go back and claw back that money, you can file liens against the property, and you can go back and just raise the taxes back up, and go back after that money, just the way we do for any other taxpayer if we need to collect taxes. So I believe that was addressed in that plan. And that's it. Thanks.
Is there any other public comment? Is there any other public comment? Okay, hearing no public comment. We'll move on to item number 4. Approve minutes from the June 7, 2016 regular meeting. Have a motion to do so?
So moved.
Motion by Anne Marie, second by Karen. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. There's no first selectmen's report tonight, because I want to move right on to item number 6. Discussion and take possible action regarding proclamation for Mr. Tony Chacon. At this point, I'll turn the meeting over to Mrs. Stanek.
Forgive me, this is very emotional for me. Tony Chacon was one of my best friends. He also was my son's soccer coach, my younger son, soccer coach. I'll read the proclamation. Mr. Chacon was a beloved teacher at Seymour High School who imparted his wisdom to hundreds of Seymour students over his more than 20-year career. Coach Chacon loved soccer and shared his passion and skill with hundreds of young men and women on the Seymour High School sports team. He was a treasured friend of so many colleagues. And students and players on his teams, and imparted his intelligence and energy and sense of humor, which are all dearly missed. His impact on our community will endure, and his memory will be cherished by countless residents of Seymour, whose life he touched. Be it then, therefore, that I, Kurt Miller, First Selectman of the Town of Seymour, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, June 21st, to be a day of respect, recognition, and remembrance for Tony Chacon in the town of Seymour, in witness whereof I have hereto set my hand on this 21st day of June and caused this seal to be affixed.
Okay, can I have a motion to accept the
I'm
resolution
sorry,
as presented?
I apologize. Tony was one of the best guys I've ever met in my life.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
motion by Anne Marie, second by Stefan. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. If the family would like to come forward, let Karen present the proclamation to Tony's family. Yes. Wait, hold on one second, let's get a picture.
sorry. Sure.
I move that we take a 5-minute recess.
That would be good.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, we'll recess.